What's up, everybody? We're going to do a quick home workout for golfers. I'm making this for a client, so I figured I would share it with my YouTube fam. So what we have here is a gym and a bag. It comes with 2 ankle cuffs for your ankles, and mine happens to come with 20 to 40 pound bands. Some of them come with 20 all the way up to 50. And then it comes with this door anchor. So you put your band through the anchor, and it usually has like a little foam ball up here. Mine just happens to be plastic. And then it has your handles clipped on already. So we're going to start with chest. So you want to start with it medium height. So if you go in your door, you have 3 hinges, one on the top, one in the middle, one on the bottom. You don't want to attach it right up to the top of your door or where it opens, especially if the door opens inward. So we're going to open our door, put it in between the first and second hinge, close our door, make sure we're chest height with the band, and we're going to start, make sure it's nice and even. Now I do have a pole over here because if you are going to be doing the leg exercises, you're going to want to have a chair in front of you, something that you can use for support. It can be like a step stool, something at about hip height so you can put your hand on it. Stand with your feet shoulder width apart, and we're going to do the chest. So I was facing the wrong direction. So 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Your elbows are just at your midline of your body. You're going to push forward and hold for a 3 count, open wide. Now there's a straight line from my head to my butt. I'm going to do about 8 of them for the sake of the video. Normally you do 1 to 2 sets of 10 repetitions. Let's do one more and release the band. We're going to spin around for the row. Now here is where you're going to face chest height. Your feet are shoulder width. They're nice and soft. You're on ground that's not going to move, especially if you got your shoes on. And you're going to pull and hold 2, 3, and release. So our precision points, I have soft knees. I have a straight line from my hip to my ankle, so I'm not doing this. My butt's not sticking out. It's my hip is forward. And pull and hold for a 3 count. And releasing. Let's do 2 more. So this is the back muscle. It's called your rhomboid. It helps pull your shoulder blades together, which is why we're squeezing. Last one. And release. So if that was too easy, you can swap it out. So I have a 20-pound band on. I could just easily take my 25-pound band and put that on there if I wanted to do another set, if it was too easy. Now the next one we're going to do is the lat pull down. So open your door, take it out. Now this time we're going to put it on the very top of our door, closest to the hinge, all the way to the top. Close it in there. Sorry, it's a little noisy. And come back out. Stand facing your door with your feet shoulder width apart, your arms out in front of you just below your shoulder height. Now pull and hold and release. So this is a little bit different range of motion than your regular lat pull down because you're not bending your elbows. So think of this as a straight arm pull down. Holding, once again, those hip bones are forward, your chest and shoulders are square, soft knees, straight arms. Now let's link up your breath. Take a breath in to prepare. Exhale, pull down. Inhale, go back up. Once again, we're going to do about 10. And up. Press it down. Let's do one more. And release. Since we're here, we're going to do triceps. So you can either hold the handles or you can hold right onto the webbing. I'm going to hold onto the handles. So adjust your handle if they happen to move, so you can do the tricep extension with your thumbs facing up like this instead of your palms facing down. So my thumb is up. Come all the way in, soft knees, press down and hold, and bend your elbows. Press and hold, bend the elbows. I'm going to grab on the outside of the handle and grab that webbing as well. So you can see I'm grabbing that little webbing right there. Down and hold, bend the elbows. Now if it's not enough, you can stick your butt out a little bit, hinge from your hip, as long as your belly stays in, and that should give you just a little bit more tension. One more time, and release. So that was our tricep extension. Now we're going to move down to your biceps. So we're going to open the door, and if the video is not long enough, you can feel free to do it again. So the biceps, I want to put it on the lowest part of the door, just below the hinge. So I'm going to stick that in there. Close my door. And you'll see it's on the lowest part. I give it a tug. It's not going anywhere. So our bicep curls as my back is to the door. My hips are square to the front. My elbows are right by my side. Soft knees. Pull up and hold and lower back down. Now if this is heavy, back up a little bit so there's a little slack on your band. Pull up and hold, 2, 3, release, and down. Holding as your elbows are bent and down. Now let's link up your breath. Inhale to start. Exhale, curl, and lower. So this, you'll notice my elbow and the upper arm, which is my bicep, is not moving. It's hugged right into my body. One more time. And release that down. Now we're going to do your legs. Here's where you're going to need a chair. You're going to need a chair in front of you. However, I'm going to use a pole just so you can see my leg move. But I would advise a chair, something for you to hold on to. Unclip your resistance bands. And unclip the handles. So we're going to set the handles off to the side. And grab your ankle straps. Open them up, put them on. A chair would also be nice, so you can sit down in the chair and do this. I'm going to clip them on both ankles. Little Velcro. All right. Once you have them on both ankles, you're going to clip both of the bands into your feet. So we're going to sit in our chair, clip it on both feet, and stand up. Now what I want is this right leg, since I'm facing away from the door, to be longer. So you notice I'm going to lengthen that strap up a little bit to where I can comfortably do a hip abduction. So you'll notice my right strap is longer than my left strap. I have my chair in front of me. For in this instance, I'm going to use a pole so that way you can see my hips, you can see my shoulders, and everything facing to the front. Both hands would be on the chair, and I would take the leg away from the body and bring it back in. I'm going to move my pole here so you can see. Now if you need more tension, you move away from the door. Once again, your hips are square to the front. I don't want you doing them like this and your butt sticking out. I want you standing tall with both hands on that chair. We're just going to do 2 more so you can see. And don't let that band pull you in. Resist it with that leg and release. Now we're going to turn around and do that same leg adduction for the inner thighs. So I'm going to turn around. So you'll notice my right leg is in the back. I'm going to step it in the front. So I'm going to move my strap. My left foot is away from the door. My right leg's going to be doing the work. Once again, I'm going to move that chair around in front of me. I'm going to pull my right leg across my left and come back. pull it across, and come back. Adducting the movement. There you go. We're just going to do 3 more so we get 8 on each leg. You can set the foot down each time, find something to stare at on the wall, and release. Finally, I want you to turn away from the door, move your chair in front of you. Once again, still working with your right leg. My chair is in front of me. I'm going to walk away from the door a little bit, and my right leg is going to be back. My heel is going to be up. I'm going to bring the knee up and hold and release. So if I had both hands in front of my chair, I have enough clearance between my knee and the chair. There you go. Eyes forward, hips forward. This is great hip mobility to help you out with your golf game. 1 more. And release. Our left leg. I'm going to turn and face you. We're going to bring the chair in front. Starting with the hip adduction since we're here. So my left leg is closest to the door. I have my chair in front of me. I'm going to bring it across and hold. This is what I don't want. See my hip moving all over the place? We don't want that. We just want to bring it across the body and let it go. There you go. Your belly's in. Hip bones are facing toward the front as well as the shoulders. Make sure your chair is high enough. Especially if you've got one of those dining room chairs and it comes up here, perfect. And done. So let's go ahead and turn around and do the hip abduction. I'm going to take my right foot in the back. You can also just do one at a time. So I'm going to put my pole over here. I got my chair in front of me. Moving our left leg. Press it out and hold. Bring it back in. So you're just taking your leg out and back in. So if you have hip issues, hip replacements, you may not be able to go very far. You may just be able to step out and step back in. Totally fine. Do your range of motion and back in. Especially if you have on that hip replacement leg, you might not be able to go out as far. Just go within your range of motion and stop. Let's finally move the chair to the front. We'll have to step over. So now we got both feet attached and our chair is in front. Step forward with my right leg. My left leg's going to do the work. I'm going to bring that knee up and hold and release. So if that's too tight, I want you to move your tension and give yourself more band on the left. There we go. So now you have more band on the left. Bring it up and hold. It should be a little lighter. You can always adjust it. It doesn't have to come very high. The most important thing is your hips stay forward, your shoulders stay square, and you find something to look at. And you have the support of your chair. One more time. And release. I'm going to put my pole away. We're going to unclip these, the ankle straps, take them off, have a seat and do that if you want. There we go. The last exercise we're going to do is the trunk twist. So once again, if you want a heavier resistance, you can go ahead and change that. We're going to open the door and bring it up at about in between the second or the middle and the top hinge, probably at about chest height. So like right about here. We don't have anything on there, so let's put our handles back on. One at a time, they're just going to clip in there. So now we're going to go into single handle mode and make this a lot longer. So I want you to take the handle, put it through, and then get rid of it. Let it go all the way to the end, so we are left with one handle. Your feet are shoulder width apart. I want your left hand on here because we're going to do it with our left hand first. Hips, shoulder, or feet shoulder width. And now we're going to turn. Now you'll see that left foot turns with me and come back. Keep your eyes on your thumbs and come back. Spin and let your torso twist. There you go, because you need this part when you do your golf swing. One more time. And twist. Let's do the other side. Let's turn around. Feet are hip width. I got my right hand on the handle. My left hand is going to go on top. I'm going to turn to the left. My right leg spins. Come back. Turn to the left. Right leg spins. Make sure that you can feel it in your torso. If not, come over a little bit. Turn and come back. Just keeping your eyes on the thumb. Keep your shoulders square and rotate the leg, the opposite of which we're turning. One more time. And release. So those are just a few things that you can do with your home resistance band system that you have. They cost less than 20 bucks nowadays, and it's cheaper than a gym membership, and you can get in a little work in between if you happen to want to work out at home. For more tips, hit that like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Something cool.